Alexandra Eala falls to Alycia Parks, an Australian Open thriller. After a dominant first set, Eala loses momentum as Parks rallies to win in 3 sets amid a passionate crowd at Melbourne Park, with the Filipino star set to continue her campaign in doubles. Alexandra Eala's much-anticipated main draw debut at the 2026 Australian Open ended in heartbreak on Monday, as the 20-year-old Filipino tennis sensation fell to American Alycia Parks in a riveting 3-set battle at Melbourne Park. In a match that had everything: momentum swings, crowd drama, and flashes of brilliance, Eala's fast start gave way to a determined Parks comeback, with the American ultimately prevailing 0-6, 6-3, 6-2 on court 6. The opening set was a dream for Eala and her legion of supporters, with hundreds of Filipino fans packing the stands, waving flags and chanting, "Let's go Alex." At every opportunity, Eala fed off the energy from the first ball. The first game alone was a marathon, lasting 20 points and featuring 8 break points before Eala finally broke through. She then blanked Parks in the next game, and, riding a wave of confidence, stormed through the set in just 34 minutes without dropping a single game. Parks, ranked world No. 100, simply couldn't find her rhythm against the aggressive, pinpoint play of the world No. 49 Eala. But as often happens in Grand Slam tennis, fortunes can change in a heartbeat. Parks, making just her second appearance in the main draw at Melbourne, regrouped during the changeover. "It was very difficult," Parks admitted after the match. "I was expecting it, but I also wasn't. She definitely has a good crowd. I just kept telling myself to stay in the zone." According to Parks, the boisterous support for Eala initially threw her off, but she quickly realized she needed to block out the noise and focus on her game plan. That adjustment paid off immediately in the second set. Parks came out firing, reeling off 3 straight games and finding her first serve with greater consistency. Her serve became a major weapon. She would finish the match with 12 aces, many at crucial moments. Eala, however, refused to fold. She clawed her way back to 3-all, showing the same grit that had propelled her to a semifinal run at the ASB Classic in New Zealand and a win at the Kooyong Classic exhibition earlier in the year. But Parks' newfound aggression and composure under pressure allowed her to take the final 3 games of the set, evening the match at 1 set apiece. "I was starting to think I wasn't focused on the game plan, which is why I played better in the second and third set," Parks said, reflecting on her turnaround. It was now a new match. 1 set to decide who would advance to the second round to face Karolina Muchova or Jacqueline Christian. The decider saw Parks maintain her momentum, breaking Eala early to jump out to a 2-0 lead. The Filipino crowd, which had been warned by the umpire for its exuberant noise, tried to rally their star, but Parks' focus was unshakable. Eala managed to close the gap to 3-2 with a gutsy hold, but Parks responded with another break, pushing ahead 5-2. The American serve was nearly untouchable at this stage. Eala, digging deep, saved 2 match points in the 8th game, bringing the crowd to its feet. But Parks slammed the door shut with a blazing forehand and a sharp serve that forced a final error from Eala. The match, which lasted 1 hour and 56 minutes, was a showcase of resilience and mental toughness from both players. Parks, who had never before advanced past the first round in Melbourne, credited her ability to handle the crowd and stay aggressive. "I don't know what my record is with crowds against me," Parks said with a laugh. "It definitely puts a fire on me. I would say I'm good when the crowds are against me." For Eala, the loss stung, but she remained gracious and appreciative of the support she received. "It was so heartwarming," Eala said. "That's one of the things that makes a loss like today a little bit harder, is I know a lot of people were rooting for me. Then again, Alycia played really well. And I just hope that the support continues with the losses along with the wins." True to her word, Eala stayed after the match to sign autographs and thank her fans, many of whom had waited in long lines just to watch her historic debut. Eala's journey to the main draw was itself a breakthrough, coming after 3 previous first-round exits in Australian Open qualifiers. Her run in Melbourne marks a significant step in her young career, which already includes a 2020 Australian Open girls doubles title. The fan base the rising star has developed over the last year on the WTA Tour was in full force, reported WTAtennis.com, highlighting the extraordinary atmosphere on Court 6. Despite the early singles exit, Eala's Australian Open campaign is not over. She will compete in the doubles tournament, partnering with Brazilian Ingrid Martins. The pair is set to face Magda Linette of Poland and Shuko Oyama of Japan, giving Eala another opportunity to shine on one of tennis's biggest stages. Meanwhile, Parks advances to the second round, where she will meet 19th seed Karolina Muchova, who brings her own pedigree as a deep Grand Slam contender. Parks' performance against Eala, especially her ability to recover from a lopsided first set, will give her plenty of confidence heading into the next round. For Eala, the defeat is a learning experience, but there's no doubt she's made her mark on Melbourne. The packed stands, the sea of Philippine flags, and the unwavering chants all point to a player with a growing global following and the game to match. If her trajectory continues, this won't be the last time Alexandra Eala commands the spotlight at a Grand Slam. As the sun set on Court 6, Eala's supporters filed out, still waving flags and exchanging stories of the match they'd just witnessed. The result may not have gone their way, but their star had shown she belonged. And with doubles yet to come, the Australian Open crowd might just have more Eala magic to look forward to.